In the words of Seneca, the greatest wealth is a poverty of desires. In today's fast-paced world, where happiness often seems tied to likes, follows, and external acknowledgments, this ancient wisdom from Stoicism might feel like a breath of fresh air, a reminder of our own inner strength and potential. But what if true happiness lies not in the tumult of external praise, but in the quiet resilience we cultivate within ourselves? Join me as we delve into the timeless teachings of Stoicism, exploring how principles like resilience and detachment can guide us toward genuine contentment. A journey that challenges the widely held belief that joy comes from others, showing us instead that it thrives within our capacity for self-reliance and inner peace. Have you ever paused to consider how much control you truly have over your emotions? This question lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy, particularly in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, who believed that self-mastery is the key to lasting happiness. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." His words remind us that our greatest power doesn't come from altering the world around us, but rather from mastering our own responses and emotions. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, we're constantly bombarded with stimuli, be it the incessant notifications on our phones, the pressure to meet deadlines, or the social expectations that weigh heavily on us. These distractions can easily pull us away from the calm center we all possess. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, but Stoicism teaches us that tranquility is found not in the cessation of these external forces, but in learning to manage our inner response to them. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who grappled with both personal and political turmoil, often meditated on the idea of self-control. He understood that while we cannot dictate the actions of others or the events that happen, we can always choose our reaction. This realization liberates us from the cycle of external dependency and anchors us in a state of inner peace no external adversity can shake. Consider a typical day filled with distractions: the ping of emails, the lure of social media, and the demands of those around us. Each distraction is an opportunity, a chance to practice focusing inward and asking ourselves, are we letting these external events disturb our internal peace? Marcus would advise us to acknowledge these interruptions without letting them control us. By training our minds to choose responses rather than react impulsively, we cultivate a powerful sense of self-mastery. This practice of self-control can begin with small, mindful actions. For example, instead of responding immediately to a negative comment or stressful situation, take a moment to breathe deeply and reflect. Ask yourself, will this matter in the long run? Is my response contributing to my sense of peace or disrupting it? By consistently reinforcing this habit of introspection, we gradually strengthen our ability to maintain calmness in all circumstances. Let's also consider how we spend our time. Often, we find ourselves mindlessly scrolling through our phones or getting trapped in a loop of reactive emotions. Recognizing these tendencies is the first step toward reclaiming control. By setting aside intentional periods for reflection or meditation and focusing on what truly matters to us, we begin to align our outer actions with our inner values. How often do you feel truly in control of your emotions? This reflection can lead to profound insights and changes. By understanding that real happiness stems from mastering our thoughts and emotions, we can navigate life's unpredictability with grace and resilience. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Each step towards self-mastery propels us closer to a state of enduring happiness, free from the whims of the external world. Embrace this journey of inward focus and discover the unshakable strength that lies within you. let's transport ourselves back to the bustling streets of ancient Rome, where a man named Epictetus, once a slave, rose to become a renowned Stoic philosopher. Among his many teachings, one stands out as particularly relevant in our modern quest for peace: the art of detachment from outcomes. Epictetus believed that our inner tranquility is rooted in our ability to accept what we cannot control, and he argued that worry over results only disturbs our minds and disrupts our happiness. The essence of his philosophy can be distilled into this idea: focus on your actions and not the outcomes. In his own words, Epictetus wisely noted, "Do not seek to have events happen as you want them to, but instead want them to happen as they do happen, and your life will go well." This guidance invites us to shift our perspective from the anxiety of uncertainty to the empowerment of the present moment. Consider a scenario familiar to many of us in the modern world preparing for a job interview. It's natural to feel a mix of anticipation and anxiety. We spend hours perfecting our resumes, rehearsing answers, and researching the company. Yet, despite all our preparation, the final decision is not in our hands. It's this uncontrollable outcome that can often lead to stress and frustration. Here, Epictetus's teachings can provide profound relief. By focusing solely on what we can manage, our preparation, our punctuality, and our demeanor during the interview, we free ourselves from the burden of the unknown. This shift in focus allows us to engage more fully with the present task, delivering our best performance with clarity and confidence. Detachment from outcomes does not equate to apathy or a lack of ambition. Instead, it encourages a balanced approach to life's endeavors. By investing energy in what we can control, we cultivate a stable inner peace that remains unshaken by external circumstances. This doesn't mean we won't face disappointment or setbacks. Rather, it equips us with the resilience to navigate them gracefully, understanding that our worth is not dictated by any single event. To apply this mindset in everyday life, start small. Reflect on the areas where you have attached your happiness to a specific result. Perhaps it's the outcome of a project at work, a conversation with a loved one, or even the reaction to a social media post. By recognizing these fixations, you begin the process of releasing them. Ask yourself, what actions can I take right now that align with my values and capabilities? Am I focusing on putting forth my best effort regardless of what comes after? As you practice this approach, you'll likely notice a shift in how you experience life's challenges. The constant ebb and flow of success and failure become less daunting when we ground ourselves in the actions we can control. This mindset not only reduces stress but also enhances our overall satisfaction, as we learn to appreciate the journey itself rather than just the destination. Now take a moment to ponder, what outcomes are you currently fixated on? Consider how you might transform that fixation into a focus on proactive steps. By embracing Epictetus's wisdom, you empower yourself to find happiness not in the fleeting highs of achieving a goal, but in the enduring peace of knowing you've done your best. Remember, the true measure of success lies not in the outcome but in the integrity of your efforts. Have you ever faced a challenge so daunting it felt insurmountable at first glance? It's a feeling we all encounter at various points in our lives, a universal experience that tests our limits and shapes our character. But what if, instead of viewing these challenges as obstacles, we embrace them as precious opportunities for growth? This is precisely the Stoic approach to adversity, a perspective eloquently captured by Seneca, who saw resilience as the bedrock of personal development. Seneca once observed, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." His words remind us that just as physical strength is built through exertion and effort, our mental and emotional fortitude is forged through overcoming trials. In the Stoic view, adversity is not merely something to be endured but a crucial catalyst for transformation, providing the raw material necessary for growth and self-discovery. Picture a young artist struggling to find their unique voice. Each canvas is a battleground of self-doubt, every brushstroke a confrontation with inner critics that whisper tales of inadequacy. Yet, as the artist perseveres, pushing through frustration and failure, something remarkable happens. Over time, those challenges carve out space for creativity and confidence, revealing a style and vision that are distinctly their own. This metaphor illustrates how hardship, far from stifling potential, can unlock new possibilities and heights of achievement. Reflecting on this process, I recall a personal story from my own life, a time when adversity became my greatest teacher. Several years ago, I faced a significant professional setback, one that felt like a collapse of everything I had worked towards. At the time, it seemed like an unsolvable problem, a dead end with no discernible path forward. But, driven by necessity and a desire to emerge stronger, I chose to view the situation through a Stoic lens, focusing on what I could learn rather than what I had lost. This shift in perspective revealed insights about my resilience and adaptability that I hadn't recognized before. I discovered hidden strengths, learned new skills, and developed a renewed sense of purpose. What began as a period of uncertainty ultimately transformed into a profound journey of self-improvement, shaping my values and approach to challenges to this day. In the spirit of Seneca's teachings, I invite you to reflect on a recent challenge in your life. How did it impact your perspective? Did it reveal aspects of your character or strength you were unaware of? By examining our adversities through this Stoic viewpoint, we can begin to see them not as impediments but as crucial experiences that refine us, shaping the essence of who we are. Embracing resilience doesn't mean negating the difficulties we face. It involves acknowledging them, understanding their impact, and choosing to grow through them. Each challenge presents a unique opportunity to question our assumptions, deepen our self-awareness, and elevate our potential. So the next time you stand before a seemingly insurmountable hurdle, remember the wisdom of Seneca, that every difficulty is a step towards building a stronger, more resilient mind. How will you choose to meet the challenges ahead? This question can guide us to a more empowered and resilient outlook on life. Recognizing adversity as a natural part of the journey not only prepares us to face the future with courage, but also enriches our present with the promise of growth. After all, true happiness and fulfillment lie not in evading life's storms, but in learning to dance in the rain. In our modern world, happiness is often equated with material wealth, a notion that's emphasized by the constant rush for the latest gadgets, fashionable wardrobes, and luxurious possessions. It's easy to equate these tangible items with success and fulfillment, yet as we drown in material excess, a critical question emerges. Are we genuinely happier or merely surrounded by clutter? Contrast this with the ancient Stoic practice of simplicity, which offers a refreshing alternative. The Stoics championed the idea that true happiness doesn't come from accumulating more but from needing less. This philosophy underscores a life of minimalism, where clarity of mind and peace of heart take precedence over the transient satisfaction of material goods. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, captured this sentiment beautifully when he said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." His words remind us that contentment is not a product of our external circumstances, but a reflection of our internal state. By aligning our desires with what is essential, we pave the way to a more fulfilling existence. Consider the growing movement of minimalism in today's culture. At its core, minimalism encourages us to pare down our belongings and focus on what truly adds value to our lives. Imagine stepping into a room free of unnecessary clutter, a space where each item has a purpose and brings joy. This environment not only alleviates stress but also fosters a greater sense of control and serenity. I remember a friend who decided to embrace minimalism by clearing out her overflowing closet. Initially, letting go of clothes she hadn't worn in years felt daunting. Yet, as she sifted through each item, she felt a sense of liberation. The space she created transformed her home and her mindset, shifting her focus from acquiring more to appreciating what she already possessed. The newfound simplicity in her physical surroundings mirrored a clarified outlook on her priorities and goals. This practice of decluttering isn't limited to physical spaces. It extends to mental clutter, those persistent worries, redundant commitments, and digital distractions that consume our cognitive resources. By consciously eliminating these excesses, we free ourselves to focus on what truly matters, ultimately achieving a more profound sense of peace and satisfaction. As you reflect on your life, consider this: what unnecessary complexities can you eliminate? Perhaps it's as simple as clearing out a drawer, or as significant as re-evaluating how time is spent on social media. The process of simplifying allows us to strip away the extraneous and reconnect with what is most meaningful. Through the lens of simplicity, we learn that the path to true happiness is forged not by what we bring into our lives, but by what we allow ourselves to let go of. It's about finding joy in the essential and cultivating gratitude for the abundance we already have. Marcus Aurelius believed that happiness is a state of mind, an intentional choice to focus on inner richness rather than external wealth. So let his wisdom guide us as we navigate the complexities of modern life. By embracing the Stoic ideal of simplicity, we discover that happiness is not found in the relentless pursuit of more, but in the mindful appreciation of less. How might your life change if you embraced this philosophy? Consider the simplicity of the Stoics and the profound peace it promises, and begin to explore the joy and clarity that comes from living with less. How often do you find yourself genuinely aware of the present moment? In a world teeming with distractions, from the allure of smartphones to the demands of daily responsibilities, it's a question worth pondering. This quest for presence aligns closely with the Stoic principle of mindfulness, a practice deeply embedded in their philosophy and epitomized by the insights of Epictetus. The Stoics recognize that the key to inner peace lies in our ability to fully engage with the present, casting aside the regrets of the past and the anxieties of the future. Epictetus, a former slave who rose to become a revered Stoic philosopher, championed mindfulness as a way to navigate life's complexities. He urged us to live fully in the now, understanding that each moment is a unique opportunity to act with intention and clarity. In his enduring wisdom, he stated, "How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself?" This quote is not merely a call to action, but a reminder that the best version of ourselves emerges when we are fully present. Imagine starting your day with intent, a quiet morning routine that sets a mindful tone for the hours ahead. Picture yourself brewing a cup of coffee. Instead of rushing through the motions, you slow down and savor each step. Feel the cool ceramic of the mug, listen to the rhythmic hum of the coffee machine, and inhale the rich aroma as it envelops the room. This simple act transforms from a mundane task into a moment of mindfulness, grounding you in the present and allowing you to experience life more fully. Mindfulness doesn't require grand gestures or significant changes to your routine. It can begin with awareness in the smallest activities, brushing your teeth, walking your dog, or even washing the dishes. Each provides a chance to focus your mind on the now, witnessing your thoughts and actions without judgment. By practicing mindfulness in our everyday routines, we create a calming space amidst the chaos, reclaiming moments that might otherwise slip away unnoticed. Reflect for a moment. How present are you in your daily life? Are you truly engaged in your conversations, or are you often distracted by what comes next? Do you savor your meals, or are they just another task to complete? these reflections invite us to cultivate a deeper awareness of how we interact with our surroundings and engage with the present. As you embrace mindfulness, consider it a practice of self-compassion. Each moment you choose presence over distraction, you honor your capacity for growth and awareness. This is not about perfection, but rather about progress, a gentle reminder to be kind to yourself as you develop this skill. In the philosophy of Stoicism, mindfulness is more than a practice, it's a pathway to a fulfilling life. It allows us to appreciate the beauty and complexity of each moment, liberating us from the shackles of worry and regret. It's about living with intention and embracing each day with vigor and clarity. So as you venture through your day, take a moment to pause and breathe. Notice the world around you, the sensations within you, and the thoughts passing through your mind. Let these moments of mindfulness guide you, fostering a deeper connection to the now and unlocking the profound happiness that comes from living fully in the present. How can you incorporate mindfulness into your daily life, and what changes might you observe when you do so? Embrace the wisdom of Epictetus and discover the richness of each moment lived with intention and awareness. Have you ever considered the profound impact your inner dialogue has on your life? This simple yet powerful practice of engaging in self-talk is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. By examining our thoughts and beliefs, we gain insight into ourselves, allowing us to live with greater purpose and clarity. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic thinkers, knew this well. His personal reflections, meticulously recorded in Meditations, offer a window into the art of self-reflection and the transformative power of inner dialogue. Marcus Aurelius often engaged in nightly self-reflection, using these moments to converse with himself about his actions, motivations, and desires. He understood that a disciplined mind fosters a life of virtue and peace. In his writings, he posed a question to himself that we can all consider. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. This quote highlights the profound influence our inner dialogue exerts over our character and behavior. By consistently reflecting on our thoughts, we can shape our inner landscape, leading to a more harmonious and fulfilled life. One practical way to incorporate this Stoic practice into your daily routine is through nightly reflection. Before sleep, take a few quiet moments to review your day. Ask yourself, what did I achieve today? Where did I fall short? How did my actions align with my values? This exercise doesn't require lengthy introspection, but rather an honest and compassionate appraisal of your day. Consider what you learned and how you might improve tomorrow. This nightly ritual not only closes your day with clarity, but also plants the seeds for a better tomorrow. Now, I invite you to pause and consider, what does your inner dialogue sound like? Is it kind and nurturing, or is it critical and demanding? This reflection can uncover patterns in your thinking that influence your mood and behavior. By bringing awareness to your self-talk, you can begin to transform it, fostering a mindset that supports your personal growth and well-being. The practice of regular self-reflection serves as an anchor in the ever-changing circumstances of life. It empowers us to make conscious choices, aligning our actions with our true intentions. By turning inward and engaging in honest dialogue with ourselves, we find the clarity to navigate life's complexities with grace and wisdom. Through this practice, Marcus Aurelius found strength and guidance, and so can we. As you embark on this journey of self-reflection, remember that it is an ongoing process, one that requires patience and dedication. Each night presents a new opportunity to connect with your deeper self, to evaluate and adjust your course. By making this a habit, you cultivate a resilient mindset, one that leads not only to personal insight but also to profound contentment. So, I challenge you to explore this ancient Stoic practice. Dedicate a few moments at the end of each day to listen to your inner voice. Let this dialogue guide you, offering both comfort and challenge as you strive to become the best version of yourself. By attending to the color of your thoughts, you hold the power to shape your life with intention and purpose. What insights will your inner dialogue reveal? Embrace this practice and discover the wisdom and peace that self-reflection can bring. Imagine a scenario where you're in a bustling office, the phones are ringing off the hook, emails are piling up, and a crucial project deadline looms ominously over your head. The pressure is palpable, almost like a weight bearing down on your shoulders. It's in moments like these that maintaining composure feels like an impossible feat. Yet, this is precisely when grace under pressure becomes most valuable, a skill lauded by the Stoics and beautifully articulated by Epictetus. Epictetus, the ancient Stoic philosopher, taught that true virtue and strength are revealed not during times of ease but in the face of adversity. His teachings emphasize that calmness in chaos is a powerful virtue, a hallmark of someone who has mastered their inner world and remains unshaken by external storms. In his words, it's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. This wisdom challenges us to cultivate an inner calm irrespective of the chaos swirling around us. To bring this idea to life, let's consider the story of a project manager named Sarah. Working in a fast-paced tech company, Sarah often found herself navigating high-pressure situations. On one particular occasion, she was tasked with leading a major product launch, a project critical to her company's financial success. As the launch date approached, unexpected challenges arose. A key team member fell ill, the software encountered unforeseen bugs, and stakeholders demanded last-minute changes. Amidst the mounting pressure, Sarah could have easily succumbed to stress and panic. Instead, she chose to embody the Stoic principle of remaining composed. Drawing on her training and experience, Sarah calmly reassessed priorities, delegated tasks efficiently, and communicated transparently with her team and stakeholders. Her ability to maintain a level head not only inspired her team, but also ensured the project stayed on track and was ultimately a success. Sarah's story illustrates that by focusing on the elements within her control and accepting those she couldn't, she exemplified grace under pressure. As we reflect on Sarah's experience, it's worth considering our own responses to stress and high-pressure environments. How do you react when everything seems to be spiraling out of control? Do you find yourself overwhelmed, or can you tap into a sense of calm? This reflection is crucial because the way we handle pressure not only influences our immediate environment, but also our personal well-being and professional reputation. To develop this composure, start by practicing mindful breathing techniques during moments of calm, so you can rely on them when stress levels rise. Create a mental checklist of manageable actions that help you regain focus, and remember to seek support when needed. Grace under pressure is not about solitary endurance, but about wisely leveraging the resources at your disposal. Embracing this Stoic wisdom requires consistent practice and self-awareness. By nurturing a mindset that values inner calmness, we prepare ourselves to face challenges with resilience and poise. Remember, life's pressures are not a test to break you, but an opportunity to showcase the strength of your character. So, the next time you find yourself in a high-pressure scenario, recall the example of Sarah and Epictetus's teachings. Ask yourself, how do you want to respond to this situation? This simple question can be a powerful anchor, guiding you back to a state of calm amid the storm. Let us embrace the wisdom of the Stoics, cultivating grace under pressure and discovering the profound impact of remaining unshaken in the face of life's challenges. What gives your life meaning? This profound question has echoed through the ages, challenging individuals to look beyond the immediate distractions and contemplate their true place in the world. In Stoic philosophy, finding personal purpose is not just an abstract ideal, but a guiding principle that shapes one's life with clarity and direction. According to the Stoics, a life of purpose is one where actions align with values, thus contributing meaningfully to the greater good. They believe that purpose stems from living in harmony with nature and fulfilling one's potential, all while maintaining a broader sense of community and interconnectedness. This perspective fosters resilience and contentment, providing a strong foundation for navigating life's complexities. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, eloquently emphasized this in his teachings. He noted, "Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life." Seneca's wisdom invites us to approach each day with intention, aligning our actions with a sense of purpose that transcends the mundane. By focusing on what matters most, we imbue our lives with a sense of direction and fulfillment. Consider a personal story to illustrate this concept. Meet John, a software engineer in his mid-30s who until recently found himself caught in the cycle of routine and monotony. Despite a successful career, John felt an underlying void, an absence of fulfillment that his achievements and material possessions failed to fill. Inspired by Stoic teachings, he embarked on a journey of self-reflection to rediscover his purpose. John began by setting personal goals that resonated with his values. He asked himself, "What am I passionate about? What skills do I possess that could benefit others?" Through this introspection, John realized his love for teaching and a deep-seated desire to positively impact young minds. He started volunteering at a local community center, teaching coding to underprivileged children. This new role not only reignited his passion, but also aligned his professional skills with a meaningful cause. Through this commitment, John found renewed energy and purpose that spilled over into other areas of his life. By aligning his actions with his values, he experienced a profound sense of fulfillment, illustrating the Stoic belief that purpose-driven work fosters true happiness and satisfaction. Reflect on your own life. What gives it meaning? Often, our purpose is subtly woven into the fabric of our daily lives, waiting for us to notice and nurture it. It may be found in the work we do, the relationships we cherish, or the passions that ignite our soul. What matters is recognizing and cultivating these elements to live a life that feels truly worthwhile. As you contemplate this question, consider setting small, manageable goals that align with your core values. These could be professional aspirations, personal development milestones, or acts of service to others. By doing so, you engage in meaningful work that not only fulfills you but also contributes to the world around you. The Stoics teach us that life's meaning is not something to be discovered in grand gestures or faraway places. Instead, it is found in the deliberate alignment of our daily actions with our deepest values. This alignment bridges the gap between who we are and who we strive to become, enabling us to live each day with purpose and intention. So, as you move forward, hold Seneca's words in your heart. Live each day as a separate life, full of opportunities to pursue what truly matters. By integrating the Stoic pursuit of purpose into your daily routine, you'll find that life is not only meaningful but richly rewarding. What steps can you take today to align your actions with your purpose? Embrace this journey and discover the unique contributions only you can make. Have you ever scrolled through social media only to find yourself caught in a spiral of comparison, measuring your life against the curated realities of others? It's a common scenario in our digitally driven age, where the highlight reels of friends and influencers can easily become a yardstick for personal success. Yet, this habit of comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction, a far cry from the happiness we seek. The Stoic philosophers offer a liberating perspective on this issue, advocating for freedom from the shackles of social comparison. They teach us that true contentment arises from focusing on our own path and valuing our unique journey, rather than measuring ourselves against others. Stoicism invites us to cultivate an internal compass, guiding us based on our own values and goals, devoid of outside influence. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, poignantly observed, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." He understood that fulfillment is not derived from external validation, but from the peace and satisfaction found within. In his writings, Marcus Aurelius frequently emphasized the futility of comparison, recognizing that each person's life is shaped by different circumstances and purposes. By embracing our individuality, we free ourselves from the constant pressure to live up to someone else's standards. Consider the story of Emma, a college student navigating the overwhelming world of academia and social media. Initially, Emma found herself comparing her academic achievements and social life to those of her peers, leading to anxiety and self-doubt. She felt trapped in a cycle of seeking approval and validation through likes and comments, which ultimately left her feeling unfulfilled. Inspired by Stoic teachings, Emma began to shift her mindset. She decided to focus on her personal strengths and interests, choosing to engage in activities that truly resonated with her values, such as volunteering at a local animal shelter and exploring her passion for photography. By diverting her attention away from the constant need for comparison, Emma discovered a sense of contentment and self-worth that was independent of others' opinions or achievements. This newfound peace allowed her to appreciate her accomplishments and aspirations, free from the burden of comparison. As you reflect on your own life, consider how often you compare yourself to others. This reflection can be a powerful tool for self-awareness and growth. Are your goals and desires influenced by societal pressures, or do they stem from your own values and aspirations? By examining these questions, we can begin to realign our focus, prioritizing personal fulfillment over external validation. Stoicism urges us to recognize that true happiness is an internal state, cultivated through self-awareness and acceptance. By letting go of the habit of comparison, we gain clarity and freedom, empowering us to pursue what genuinely enriches our lives. This shift in perspective is not just about reducing stress, but about embracing a life of authenticity and purpose. Let us embrace the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics, choosing to focus on our own unique journey rather than the paths of others. How might your life change if you freed yourself from the comparison trap? By fostering a mindset of personal contentment and self-acceptance, we open the door to a life of deeper fulfillment and joy. As you move forward, carry this Stoic principle with you and discover the profound peace that comes from living true to yourself. Holding grudges is like clutching a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. Ultimately, you're the one who gets burned. This metaphor aptly illustrates how harboring resentment or nursing grievances can weigh us down, obstructing our path to happiness and inner peace. The Stoics recognized this and offered profound insights into the power of acceptance and forgiveness as essential tools for letting go of past grievances. Seneca, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, emphasized that our ability to accept situations and forgive others is crucial for leading a fulfilled life. He wisely noted, "It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable." This quote speaks to the resilience we can cultivate by releasing the grip of negative emotions. Acceptance allows us to see past the immediate hurt and instead focus on healing and moving forward. Acceptance is not about condoning or forgetting wrongs done to us, but about recognizing that holding onto anger or resentment serves only to hurt ourselves. By accepting what cannot be changed, we free our minds from the burden of past pains and open the door to forgiveness. This, in turn, enables us to reclaim our power and peace. I remember a time in my own life when I had to come face to face with the need for forgiveness. Several years ago, I had a falling out with a close friend. The details of our argument are now hazy, but at the time, the bitterness felt very real. For months, I let the grudge fester, replaying the hurtful words and actions over and over in my mind. It occupied my thoughts, affecting my mood and interactions with others. One day, as I was reading Seneca's writings, I came across his thoughts on letting go of anger and resentment. It was as if a light suddenly turned on. I realized that in clinging to this old hurt, I was depriving myself of peace and happiness. Inspired by Seneca's teachings, I decided to reach out to my friend and offer forgiveness. That simple act not only rekindled our friendship but also lifted a heavy weight off my shoulders, allowing me to move forward with a sense of relief and clarity. As you reflect on your own life, consider what past grievances you might be holding on to. Are there moments of bitterness or resentment that continue to shadow your present? These reflections can be a powerful catalyst for change. Releasing these burdens can lead to profound personal freedom. The Stoic approach to acceptance and forgiveness encourages us to focus on what we can control: our reactions and attitudes. By choosing to let go of past wrongs, we nurture a mindset of resilience and forgiveness, fostering a life of genuine happiness and fulfillment. So take a moment to ponder: what past grievances do you need to let go of? Who might you consider forgiving today for your own peace and well-being? By embracing the Stoic wisdom of Seneca, we can transform our lives from being tethered to past hurts, stepping instead into a future that is brighter and unencumbered. Allow the power of acceptance and forgiveness to guide you toward a life rich with peace and contentment. As we draw to a close on our exploration of Stoicism and its profound insights into achieving true happiness, let's take a moment to reflect on the central themes we've journeyed through together. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the idea of self-sufficiency and the understanding that real contentment comes from within, not from external sources. We've discussed how the Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca emphasized self-mastery as a cornerstone for inner peace. By learning to control our reactions and emotions, we unlock a powerful sense of freedom that isn't swayed by the whims of the external world. This inner resilience allows us to confront life's challenges with grace and clarity, positioning us to grow and thrive despite adversity. Detachment, another key Stoic principle, teaches us to focus on the aspects of life we can control and to let go of the attachment to outcomes. Whether it's a looming deadline or a significant life change, when we detach our happiness from external results, we liberate ourselves from stress and anxiety. This doesn't mean we give up on our goals. Rather, it encourages us to invest in the process and find satisfaction in the effort and growth, regardless of the end result. Mindfulness, a practice that brings us fully into the present, is a recurring theme in Stoic teachings. Being mindful allows us to experience life more richly and authentically, helping us to appreciate the beauty and simplicity of everyday moments. By cultivating this awareness, we can strip away distractions and focus on what truly matters, leading to a deeper sense of fulfillment. Consider these words from Marcus Aurelius, which encapsulate the spirit of Stoic philosophy. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. His wisdom reminds us to appreciate the world around us and find joy in the present moment, a practice that's both grounding and uplifting. As we wrap up, I encourage you to think about which Stoic principles resonate most with you. Is it the pursuit of self-mastery that inspires you? Perhaps it's the calm achieved through detachment or the profound peace found in mindfulness. Whatever calls to you, consider how you might incorporate these teachings into your daily life. Small shifts in perspective can lead to significant changes in your overall well-being. Finally, if you found this exploration into Stoicism enlightening or inspiring, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Which Stoic principle will you apply today? Please share your reflections in the comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more insights into living a life of meaning and fulfillment. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We look forward to exploring more timeless wisdom together. Stay curious and keep striving for the happiness that lies within.